You just said, or you want to?
Yeah, what would you add about your background or bio that maybe I missed that's important for them to know about you?
Yeah, real quick. I came here from Vietnam when I was 21, looking for freedom, and I found it at 50 years old. I become a freedom coach. I call it Freedom Time Coaching. I help dentists, business owners, entrepreneurs to create time freedom, quantum living, way faster, so we can do what is the next impact, what is the next big thing that you want to do, and live your life to the fullest. So I'm a Procter Gallagher consultant right now, working with Bob Proctor. I don't know, anyone recognize this? You know what it is? Anyone know, familiar with Bob Proctor? Yes. So I'm a mindset coach. A lot of people, I ask them, do you know what your mind look like? A lot of people don't know. I didn't know when I was 46 years old, when I first met him. Like, oh, it's not. This is the stick man. This is a big person who creates millions of dollars, millions of successful people all over the world. And for me, it's 20 years of freedom faster, and I'm helping a lot of people using this concept to create anything in your life, your business, finance, relationship, wealth, spiritual, and contribution also. So this is the sick person.
Awesome. So I've been on a backpacking trip in the Olympic National Park with Dad. We went to Everest Base Camp together. We did Machu Picchu together. We've gone to many investment conferences together. We've invested together. And as one CPA that both Dad and I know once said, as Dad rode by with his wife at one investment conference, he said, like, that guy's never had a bad day in his life. He smiles to the point where it's a little bit, frustrating to see that he's so happy. And he's also one of the healthiest people I know. So we're doing 75 Hard together right now. And he's healthy in terms of always wanting to, he has a positive outlook, a positive mindset, but he's also been very successful building and scaling a business. It's not just Pollyanna, rainbow butterflies, good to kumbaya. It's like it's also effective. So when you are scaling your dental practice, what were 1 to 3 key things that you did to scale that you think others fail to do, and probably is a common issue in businesses?
So I create my dental office. I build it from almost from scratch. I build the way I want it. I want to focus on something like a niche. I was the first dentist in the whole West Coast to use laser to treat sleep apnea. Everything laser. I love technology, so I focus on that as my niche. And I was the #1 sleep apnea provider for Kaiser with a device called Somnolent in my area. So focus on what you're really good at. Get mentorship, business coaching to build up the value of your business. That's one. The second one is know exactly what you do next. What is your next step? What is the next impact? What is something that will grow you more than anything that you've done before? That was something that pulled me to the next step way faster. I know exactly what I want to do. So we build business to sell it, to scale it, and then we're gonna grow into the next business. So for me, that is my purpose, that's my calling. That is something that I wake up excited about. So I got my mentor Bob Proctor. I got business coaching for dentistry, bring up the value, and I connect to a lot of amazing groups like Richard Group and other mastermind groups to help me to exit.
Awesome. So the niche focus is really important, but also clarity on what you want to do next. One of my mentors, Evan, always says that clarity multiplies action. Once you know exactly what you want to do, then you can figure out how to do it, right? So during the sale of your business, what did you learn about exiting that might help somebody here in the room that's working to sell their business?
To me, the most important is the decision. You make that decision that this is what you want. And I had it already in my mind, but there's always, as Bob said, there's always a faster, better, easier way. I tap into that. I think it's from bringing up to my vibration to the end result. What is the end goal? So with that, I attract to me whatever I need. The resource people come to me. So for anyone who wants to exit and then to build, think to focus on that decision, make that decision. That's the life-changing decision. What is the next thing you want to do? Because we're here to grow and to contribute. What is the next thing that you want to do? So with that, I attracted you. He said, jump and you will. Like that's many times that you know what I would say, jump and build your wing up and down. And make that decision. I said, I want it now, not 20 years from now. And then I attracted me the people, the resource, whatever I need along the way as I need it. That's exactly what I'm teaching.
Awesome. And then when you moved to being a passive investor, what have you learned the hard way when investing passively to help other investors here?
So I become an investor, passive investor, building multiple streams of income, stock trading, start time for money. One thing I learned is, I think this is before AI, make sure you have good due diligence. You trust the people you work with, and maybe over leverage a little bit at some point. And we hit some failures, and we laugh about it, and then we move on. But those are the things that I think back then, if we have Dewey right now to run it by, I'll be a lot better. And then maybe a little bit more careful into trusting the partner, trusting whoever you're looking at the time. So we hit some big stumble, but we're okay.
Sure, great. And we're going to go over Dewey 2.0 at the end of the day today and how we've upgraded it in the recent weeks. So for those raising capital, what advice do you have for them in connecting with doctors, dentists, or decamillionaire type private investors? Like what does it seem like 80% of people who approach you to pitch a deal don't really get, and it's like a non-obvious insight for them?
I would say make it simple so I can understand and I can explain to my wife. Because he will ask me and I say, why don't you ask him or something? So if you make it very simple, I can understand it, I can explain it to my wife, so less time involved, and just do what Richard has been teaching him. Make sure that we earn your trust. You deliver what you have. Just follow that. That'll be easy. And then most of the time, I become friends with whoever I invest. Doesn't matter what asset class. We create a friendship together. We build connection together. So those are important. Trust and then make it simple.
I think one natural strength that Dad has is that positive outlook, so it makes it more enjoyable to be around him. And I think some people raise capital and they're so robotic and stiff-suited about it, and then it's like all else equal. Would you invite this person over to dinner with your family? Would you go backpacking with them for 10 days? Like you get to know them pretty well, and it's a painful day from day two on if they're not someone you want to spend time with, right? So I think that's something that's really overlooked. Is like Tony Robbins. We're both fans of Tony. He says a lot of people are always collecting these strategies, more strategies, and the state of your mind might be what moves the needle massively more than strategy number 802. Is maybe for the first time monitor, manage. You talked about your vibration level, but your optimistic outlook in the world, or abundance versus scarcity, or positive, or like do you smile once every 4 days, or do you smile like 4 times a minute like that? Like he is right now, and like that makes a huge difference. I think people don't realize that in the finance industry, where it's all spreadsheets and IRR and pro formas and all that stuff. Do you have any comments on mindset management, awareness, or any tips for people in the room that are like, yeah, I am too much of a boring stiff suit, or not genuine enough, or relaxed enough? What advice do you have for them?
So to me, I agree with Richard. As Bob teach, mindset is 95% of everything we do. Strategy is 5%. So mindset decides everything. And what is mindset? You have to understand. So when we travel together, with Charlie always challenges us, not with that attitude. We say we can't do something. He will look at Richard and say, not with that attitude. So when I understand what attitude is your composite feeling and your action. So when you align your thought, your feeling and action, everything flows to you. That's what Bob teaching. So that is the number one. Your mindset will create everything. When going to a deal, we think about winning. What is it that we can create win-win for everyone? we're on day 15 of the 75 hard right now, and I'm thinking about winning already. I'm playing to win, I'm not playing to lose. I'm not playing not to lose. So that is important. My sensitivity, and understand it.
Awesome. I have a lot of clients who are worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, or over $1 billion, and they're very unhealthy. There's a lot of people in America, which is the wealthiest country in the world by some respects, but also the least healthy country in the world. I feel like, if somebody is making more than, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, choose your number, reinvesting in your health is the most important investment. Because even if all you care about in the world is money, which I know all of you don't, but even if that is the one thing you care about, you're going to make less money. If you have less energy, you're hospitalized, you die early. So even if you're the greediest person, invest in your health, right? So we always stress that here. So what are some practical things related to you being ultra healthy that has been key to getting there and staying there that would be helpful to people in the room that feel like they don't have time, or they're under great stress, and they feel like they can't prioritize that right now? What would you say to them?
So the first time we met Richard was at another mastermind group, and he's always encouraged us to be healthy. And at lunch break, everybody drinking and stuff. Me and my wife went out running, and we met him. We ran into him. It's like, oh, okay, so we click. So from what my mentor teaching, we create a new self-image. You build a new self-image of you, who you want to be, how healthy you want to be. That's what my goal is. We have a group together after our Everest Base Camp trip. We just say, let's do something, let's challenge each other, do something crazy. So we on WhatsApp every day, like, let's do this, let's do that, whatever. And then he would propose something, we say, let's do it. So I build a new self-image of who I want to be. My goal, my health goal is to be able to beat my adult kid. My son is 22, my daughter is 17. In volleyball, they're very strong. My son doing calisthenics. Like, if I can beat them, be with them, I'll be happy. So I create a new self-image of who I want to be. I want to have six-pack. I want to have 10% fat, body fat. I want to be able to travel the world. We want to climb, Kilimanjaro or whatever we want to do next. So with that, I create new habits to become him. It's easier to live from the inside out and from the upside out for the end result that you want. Think of that. Be that person already. How does he walk? How does he eat? And then that will become a habit in you. You think from the inside out. You don't have to worry about anything happening outside at all. So we're on day 15 of our 75 day, and my goal is to be able to do a handstand. Richard said that you have drink water. We have to drink a gallon a day for 75 days. 2 workouts, 45 minutes each. So we want to be able. I want to be able to do handstand. So you get practicing right. If you can stand 10 seconds, good. If you can walk 10 steps would be better. So I was able to do a headstand now for 25 seconds. So that is an image I want to build. I want to build it, and then I will just, with a habit, hold that in my mind, and then continue to do whatever I can take. And that habit will create the person I will become him one day. So that's the teaching of our Proctor. It's pretty simple to me. If you understand the mind, how the mind works, anyone can create that. Anyone can create a health. So we're not gonna start. I don't know after 75 hard. We're gonna do something else, right? Maybe doing muscle up, maybe doing headstand, something like that.
For sure, I think it might have been the exact same event where we found each other running outside, but I gave a talk literally titled "How to Be Ultra Wealthy, Not Just Ultra Healthy" at this investment event, and then they served potato chips, hot dogs, and soda for lunch. And outside, I told that organizer, that's just perfect, to see who is listening. But I think that they've scientifically proven that if you hang out with your 7 best friends and they all smoke, you're way more likely to smoke. They've also proven that with divorce or hard drugs. But what's interesting is that if none of your top 7 friends smoke or do hard drugs or get divorced, but most of the friends and just one of your 7 friends are of that type, you're still scientifically proven to be more likely to do hard drugs, smoke, or get divorced. and it seeps through. And so I think that part of this is that others who want to be more like the other person when they grow up, like maybe they want to be like Michael Scott, sell a company for $100 million. Maybe you want to sell your medical practice or your business or get ultra healthy. You're more likely to want to associate with Dad because subconsciously we all know that that is true. And so if you are raising capital, you're more likely to raise the capital if you are someone that other people want to be more like. And if you are an investor, people are more likely to want to bring you on if you have strategic expertise and if they want to be more like you. So it's a very basic psychological thing that's super effective because it's almost never talked about in investment events in general. And you are basically your most important investment. Warren Buffett says you should read hours a day. You know, it's not the sign of health in every way, but he says invest in yourself all the time. So just a couple quick questions, and I know we're technically out of time, but that's all right. So having scaled, exited, and invested, and worked on yourself so much, what's the number one most powerful suggestion that you haven't talked about yet that would be the most powerful for a founder or investor here to hear?
So exactly what you just said earlier, invest in you. That's the most importantly. I haven't stopped studying myself since 2017. That's when I first met Doctor. He opened me to the book Think and Grow Rich. I never heard of anything like that before. I paid $100,000, 10-year dental school. None of that was taught. So when I have that, we are teaching a program now called Thinking to Resolve. You use your thinking to create anything that you want. So every day I study. I'm 55. I say I'm 55. I'm just starting. What I've done so far is nothing compared to what I'm about to do. That's what I always say. And I continue to discover and challenge and know really who I am and what I can do. We have unlimited potential. We have a touch like maybe 10% of whatever we have available yet. So when you invest in you, you win 1,000%. So that is the number one I would recommend everyone here. I think I can see a common denominator of success right here. Everyone successful here already doing that. And then we're here talking about money, right? I love this quote from Bob. He's number one about money. So we thought that big money comes from idea, not from effort. And then the second one he said, and I'm here today too for investor and sponsor here too. Money comes through people. Money comes through people. So if you serve what you do better, you contribute, you do more of your service, you will be the channel for wealth. That's the best way to create wealth, by serving people around you. So we are here to grow and we're here to contribute. What a difference that you can make in the world. What is the next big impact you can do? And he teaches about seagull. Seagull is something that you just want it. You don't know how. That will be something that pull in you, something you don't know that you have inside. So that you never have concern about money. You wake up excited about what you do every single day. And then you hang out with people who inspire you, like all the network or you meet here today.
Awesome, great. Let's give that a big round of applause. Thank you.